2nd and goal from the 3. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UAB. Big time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to James Madison. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Back to throw. It's Gardner. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Ragin Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Hold. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Back to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Scanning the field, it's Campbell. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Hold. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. A strike downfield. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Blazers will call on their punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Gardner. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Spins away from the defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the 1st down play. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the ground with the back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. Tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Turning it on. Really good job making the play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Caught behind the line. It's Robertson. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Gardner. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Smashes ahead. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Louisiana.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. To the air on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it. Into the secondary on the right. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. Here's a heat.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
The give to the lone running back. Powers through the defender. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Blazers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw. It's Gardner. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. It's a mid stride inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Floating away. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Gets it out quickly. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
And the Blazers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field, trying to set the tone with the run. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And the Ragin Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Ragin Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Good timing on the quick out. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Ragin Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Gardner. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half, get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
He's got his man. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grabbed behind the line. It's Collins. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Gardner. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jackson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in on the left. He's loose. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Campbell. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll close the gap to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was calling the Hogs in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 15 to Memphis. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Ragin' Cajuns will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bringing the heat. Finding open areas. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down. And the Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Blazers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Campbell. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's Collins. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Blazers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Blazers have pushed it inside the 20. They want to run it left here. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. They're about to snap it for the 9th play on this drive, and they need a yard on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Under fire. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to the air. It's Campbell setting up the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And the last looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, the missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The give from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll back them up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. The give is to Williams. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And the Ragin' Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Looking for a man. It's Campbell. Got his man on the right. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Plows through the defense. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On the direct snap, it's Ingram. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
The Ragin' Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the move. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Ragin' Cajuns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Ragin' Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. And the Ragin' Cajuns send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it. But oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one.
Goes at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ragin' Cajuns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
34. UAB 13.
Here's the return from inside his 10. About this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Blazers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Campbell. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Brings up 2nd down.
Running back searching for a hole. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Ragin Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They've been running it, but now the pass. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. On third and short, the power run here. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cajuns! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself, in for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Ohio. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Back to pass, it's Campbell. That's caught. It's Wilson. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Blazers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his second sack here today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. After that last incompletion, the offense is now in punt formation. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dropping back, it's Winfield. Under fire. Now improvising. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Ragin Cajuns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. The give to the tailback. Slithers into space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Ragin Cajuns line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Handoff from the gun. Quick spin on the ride. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Blazers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.